Hello, beautiful Earth Angels. Happy Wednesday. This is Jill Kempner, and I'm known as the Angelic Pain Relief Expert. I'm an angel coach, alchemist, and author of Receiving from Your Angels, 4 practices to heal your pain with angel love. And I'm delighted to be here with you to share a celebration and something the angels have really helped me with, healing the lone wolf part. So I'm on a mission to help you, earth angels, cycle breakers, empaths, light workers, to heal your pain once and for all, to transform it into peace, and step into your calm, clear, confident self with angel love and relaxation. And this year, the angels gave me the alchemy formula: invitation plus devotion plus intention plus R to the third equals alchemy. Because my goal is to heal the pain of the world. My mission, my goal, my passion is to heal the pain of the world one soul at a time and help you glow from the inside out. What do I mean by glow? It means that anything that was heavy or leaden or dense in your body is now spiritual gold, is now a gem. And what I'm sharing today is actually a gem that kind of just came to me as I was getting ready to go live. So, first of all, I am celebrating. I wanted to take the time to celebrate this out loud and celebrate it with all of you who have been just so supportive, so open-hearted, so honest, vulnerable, all the things. All of you brave, amazing earth angels and courageous cycle breakers. I'm just so grateful for you. Okay, so I am celebrating my rough draft manuscript of book number 2 is complete. I have written over 65,000 words. So I wanted to talk a little bit about this book. So my second book, which I have already claimed, this is like super bold of me. Okay. So part of the universal year 1, right? This beginning of an epicycle and this fire horse year, which is my year. Like, I'm a fire horse. I'm literally a horse and I'm a fire sign. So I'm a fire horse. This is my year. I'm claiming that book number 2 is going to be an international bestseller. And that's one of my wildest dreams that we're having come true just by saying it out loud, right? I'm like naming it to claim it. And what was I going to say about that? So yeah, now I've been writing this for several years. I'm not sure if it was 2 or 3 years, but I've been through a lot. I lost my mom in 2022 to bile duct cancer. I lost my brother a year later in a tragic accident in 2023. So I had 2, immediate family deaths back to back, one year after the other. And many of those stories and healings and miracles that happened will be in this book. So book number 2, and I'm open to a new title emerging because I know that the title is going to be led by my soul, led by the angels. So right now I'm calling it Archangels 101, simplifying your archangel connection in everyday life. And while I've been writing this book, hi Lauren, happy Wednesday, Wisdom Wednesday. Literally writing, so this book has been so healing because I'm digging in the dirt. I'm digging for those moments of relief, moments of healing, moments of inspiration, moments of miracles that I've experienced in the past 20 years of intentionally connecting with the angels. It's almost 20 years because 2007 is when I started intentionally connecting with the angels. So we're almost at 20 years of intentional and daily connection with the archangels. And this is all story. So I am going to be sharing 16 archangels frequencies, right? So what they're all about, their energy, their medicine, their frequency, their vibe, so that you can connect with them. But I'm not teaching you. Yes, there's teaching within it, but I'm teaching through story. So you're going to understand Archangel Michael's frequency through the stories that I tell. And so I completed the manuscript. It's a rough draft. And while I was writing, I got several downloads right along the way that now I'm going back and applying those downloads. Honestly, I'm simplifying, right? That's actually my word of the year, simplicity, simplify. I'm simplifying it because it's not only the subtitle of the book, but it's also like wanting to make the connection to these divine beings, these bridges of light, these heartbeats of God, easy, simple, fun. And so I've been digging, right? Digging in the dirt, thinking about the first time I connected with Archangel Michael and thinking about his different frequencies and how he was always there for me in these different specific scenarios, connected with the medicine, connected with his frequency. And it's been like so healing, so amazing. And so yesterday, was it today? Today I finished revising Archangel Michael. So like, okay, this is ready to go, right? Like the Archangel Michael chapter is ready to go into the manuscript that I'm going to be sending to my publisher. So I've set my milestones. I'm right on schedule with the milestones that I have. I have beta readers for the book, and I'm just excited. So I wanted to celebrate that with you. Thank you, everybody, for your support. And as part of sharing more about the angels, I have a free meditation that I'm going to start offering. And it's a series called Archangel Meditations for Pain Relief. And I'm going to get really I'm going to work with specific pains, mostly physical. There'll be some emotional as part of it because it's all connected, to help you experience the Archangel's frequency for your specific pain, for your specific issue. My intention is that these are 30 minutes. And right now they're going to be on Monday, sort of every other Monday, starting in July. So the first one is Monday, July 6th. It is Archangel Uriel for healing headaches and migraines. So you can enroll on my website. You can enroll on the Facebook page. I'll put the link here as well, like the Facebook event. I made Facebook events for the July ones. Eventually I'll have them all on there, but they're all on my website. The only thing I changed was I moved the time. So I still need to do that on my website. So remind me of that, angels. I changed it on Facebook and I changed it in the webinar. So it'll be a webinar format. And I invite you to be there live because there will be yes, you can connect to the replay and I invite you to do that as well. Everyone who enrolls will be able to join live and receive a replay. But right now I'm not going to put them publicly yet. I'm not being guided to do that. So you have to enroll for this particular experience, but it's going to be very intentional, very focused, and it's going to create a lot of relief for you because that's my mission, right? And so when I was thinking about what to share, I wanted to celebrate my book and the rough draft of my book being done. I wrote some really beautiful, I spent hours writing yesterday to work on like refining Archangel Michael's chapter because he was the first one I wrote. I was like, of course I'm going to write Michael. Of course he opens the book, right? Archangel Michael, the protector angel, the angel of protection, the angel of power, the angel of presence, the angel of courage. Of course he's the first one, right? He's like the most common archangel. Almost everyone in the world has heard of Archangel Michael. He's also the patron saint of emergency workers, right? Police officers, firefighters, EMTs. right? Because he's the angel of protection, the angel of courage, right? Strength. So it was so interesting to go back to read. Hi, say hi if you're here. The first chapter, right? Because one of the guidances I received was like when I got the guidance around this very specific thing to simplify. I wanted to go back and like fix it in the past, and the angel said, "No, just keep going. Finish the book. Finish the book. Finish the book. Finish the book." And I'm like, "Okay," and then go back. So it was just. I'm so glad I had some time yesterday to do all that. So the lone wolf. One of the very consistent messages that the angels have been bringing forward is stop doing it alone. And I suffered from that too. I suffered from the lone wolf syndrome part experience. And understand that when we're in that space of the lone wolf, it's often a trauma response. For me, it was a trauma response because I felt like I could not rely on the people around me. I had to be resilient. I had to take care of myself in so many ways. But at some point, and that served me, right? Until I had children. And as many know, right, they say it takes a village, right? We have to let people in. So for me, the beginning of the breaking of the cycle of the lone wolf, and understand I'm not saying the lone wolf is bad, because there is a time where we go inside and we go into stillness and we go into releasing what other people think about us, right? Releasing other people's opinions, releasing the attachments. Really, actually, one of my cards today was cut your cords. Releasing the need for external or outside validation, right? Where we go and we connect with our soul, which is even different from the lone wolf. But like sometimes we need like to just go inside and get it done. And being alone, the lone wolf there is a time and a space for that in your journey. Because it does build resilience, right? Because it does build inner strength, right? It does build the inner, I'm hearing inner reservoir, right? The inner authority. So I'm not shaming or judging that pattern. And so for me, what happened was hold on, let me see what the angels are saying about that. But what I discovered for myself was that the lone wolf pattern was a trauma response, that I was trying to heal it, fix it all on my own, right? At the time, I had a lot of storm energy right before my, hold on a second, let me slow down for a second. Angels are saying slow down. Thank you. Okay. So I ended up in the psych hospital 20 years ago. Actually, this will be my 20-year anniversary, 20 years ago. And the time after the psych hospital was what I considered to be my dark night of the soul, where I felt lost, I felt confused, I felt all these heavy emotions. And that's actually when I realized that I was going it alone. So leading up to the psych hospital was storm energy. I bought a house, met my soulmate, bought a house, got married. My father-in-law passed away and I got pregnant, all in 2 years' time. Talk about storm energy. And then I gave birth and my root chakra opened, and then everything that I hadn't processed, all the childhood chaos, trauma, pain body, father's murder, like everything came flooding in when I had to care for this little baby. So I had a rough first year that led me to a psych hospital moment. And that was the beginning of the end of the lone wolf, because I knew I couldn't do it alone. So the biggest thing that I learned from that experience, right? One of the gems was that I needed to take better care of myself. And part of taking better care of myself, yes, was that morning spiritual practice that I developed, right? The self-energy work, the meditation, the inner reflection. But it was also building a team of people that supported me in being a better mom, taking better care of myself, loving myself more. Right? So I got a teacher, a body worker, an energy healer, right? An acupuncturist, a chiropractor, all the things to help support me in being who I am today. The Angelic Pain Relief Expert. And so where does this apply in your life? Where are you feeling like the lone wolf? Where's that lone wolf part kind of getting loud? Let me know if that resonates with you. Let me know. And so when I started, the shift for me was inviting people in, right? I got a therapist. Inviting people in and letting myself be vulnerable, letting myself receive support, letting myself be loved, right? And stopping doing it all alone. And so the archangels were a tremendous part of my spiritual awakening, because when I would connect with their loving, unconditionally loving, unlimited, limitless frequencies, I would feel better. I would feel lighter. I would feel calmer. And I started to realize that not only through like studying, right? Of course I read books and I used oracle cards and I meditated and all those things. But I started to, this is where I'm realizing now as I'm saying this out loud that the book that I'm writing right now, like, is 20 years in the making. It had to be, because I've had 20 years of personal connection with the archangels and their frequency. And before the archangels, I was more stressed, more tired, more frustrated, way more frustrated. I just kind of like BA right before the archangels, because I was thinking, I'm like, when it's like, and I was heavy. Holy, holy, holy was I heavy, because I was carrying the weight of the world. Because I was what? In the lone wolf part. What was that? What's that statement? What's that sentence? If you want it done right, do it yourself. That was me. Right? And I was living in my manager's fix, manage, and control. If you want it done right, do it yourself. Right? I can't count on anybody. I can't rely on anybody. I can't. And I was just unpacking that last week with the anguish that was living in my shoulder. Right? And I was the one, and it's not a bad thing to show up, right? But I was the one to do all the things. So before the archangels entered my life, I was doing it alone. I was pushing the river. I was carrying it all. So when I think about the frequency I was in was just this, like, I was lead. I was heavy. I was dense. I was heavy. And that what, how I presented to the world was tough, armored, defensive, frustrated, right? Easily irritable. Let me know. Raise your hand if any of those resonate with you. So, I'm going to be wrapping this up in a minute. Slowly, right? Slowing down, simplifying and softening over and over and over again, allowing myself. The archangels helped me to learn how to ask for help. The archangels helped me reclaim my worthiness, my willingness, and my wisdom. And I did not realize, this literally is just channeled right now. WWW, right? My worthiness, my willingness, and my wisdom, right? The wisdom within my soul, the wisdom within my heart, the wisdom within my body. That's what the archangels helped me with, right? They helped me heal the lone wolf part. So I'm curious, right, for you to tune in to where are your angels guiding you to ask for help, to be vulnerable, to be supported, and you're in this lone wolf part, right? You're in this, I got to get it done alone, right? And you're carrying the weight of the world. Where in your life are you holding that frequency? And then you can shift that, right? You can shift that by being willing. That a little willingness goes a long way, right? Just being willing to ask for help, being willing to look at whatever wound you're carrying, right? And bringing it to the divine, whatever that is for you, right? It could be the archangels, these unlimited beings of love and light. It could be your soul, it could be the divine God source. I know I meant to say this at the beginning. When I'm talking about the archangels, there's no affiliation with any religion. Archangels are beyond religion. God is beyond religion, truly. Yet the divine synchronicity is that archangels are in all the major religions. Why? Because the archangels are bridges, right? The archangels are all about unity consciousness, unconditional love, and abundance, right? That's the frequency that they're bringing here. And so it's my job. I signed up for this. I signed up for all the trauma, all the initiations, all the challenges, because I'm like living, breathing, walking proof that you can find your soul's joy, your soul's purpose, your soul's passion, despite outward obstacles, right? Despite whatever you've been through. So I'm really glad the angels brought this topic forward today. So if you hold on, let me pause. Okay, before I do that, let's just welcome Archangel Michael here. So close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths in and out. And we're going to welcome Archangel Michael's royal blue light. Excuse me. To guide, surround, direct, and protect you. And we welcome his beautiful sword of light, his sword of truth, because he's bringing in the cut your cords. And we're going to cut the cords gently with so much self-honor, self-respect, self-value. We're going to cut the cords to the toxic lone wolf pattern. There you go, to the toxic lone wolf part that's blocking you from asking for support, love, guidance. That's blocking you from being open and vulnerable and tender with those you need to be. So just let Michael comb through the aura, sweeping it away. Just let that happen. And then welcome Michael's royal blue light to surround that part of you, that pattern, that frequency. There you go, that part in your body. I still feel it kind of in my shoulder, in the back of my heart. The feeling of needing to do it all alone. And just let that blue light settle in and soften away. That pattern, that part, that frequency. And welcome Michael's protection, Michael's presence, and Michael's power to fill you with the strength to ask for help. And again, we're not getting rid of this part. We're having so much compassion for it, but we are dissolving its burden. So just laying that burden down, the burden of feeling like you're doing it all alone. And let it go. I release the burden of doing it all alone. I cut all those cords, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, karmically, financially, in all directions of time, for my highest good and highest healing, and so it is. So Michael's in front of you as we seal this inner journey, and he has a gift for you. He has it in his hands, and he's placing it in your heart. You decide what this gift is. Trust what you see, feel, hear, know, sense, and smell. Trust yourself. Trust your heart. Beautiful. We dedicate the healing you've received today to all our relations in all directions of time. Thank you. Namaste. Okay, I wasn't planning on that, but I love Michael. His wisdom. So, I have an invitation for you to a free consult. So this is called the Angelic Pain Relief Consult. And this is the best way that I can help you. So this is a free conversation where I'm listening to you and your angels. I'm going to share what your angels are saying about your pain. And together we're going to create your customized roadmap to relief. Honestly, it's going to be your next right step on the path to pain relief, on the path of healing, on the path of ascension. I would be honored to have that conversation with you. I understand how courageous, how vulnerable it is to have this conversation, to open up your pain and look at it through the eyes of love, to see it differently. And I honor that. I would be delighted to have that conversation with you. I'll put the link in the comments. It's also on my website, jillkempnerhealing.com. Right on the top, you can book a consult there as well if you want to read a little bit more about it. And, so yeah. Okay. I love you. I appreciate you. This week and weekend, as we move closer and closer to the summer solstice portal, the message of cut your cords is here for you, right? We're cutting the cords to the old patterns, to the old stories, to the old frequency, to the lone wolf pattern, right? To the lone wolf part. And I had to crash and burn. I went to the psych hospital, right? I had a dark night of the soul before I started to ask for help, before I started to build my team. It doesn't have to be that dramatic for you, right? It was dramatic for me because that's how it was set up in my journey. But, even just one area of your life, I keep hearing in one area of your life where if you asked for help, if you let yourself be open, tender, vulnerable, and you ask for help and support, maybe it's from a human, an earth angel, but maybe it's from the divine, right? Asking. Because asking is what opens the doorway to the angelic support, to the angelic help that's available for you. So I hope that resonates. I'll also put the link for the free Archangel Uriel meditation for pain relief for headaches and migraines in the comments as well. So remind me of that, angels. So thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, all the things, commenting. I really appreciate you. If this resonates with you, and you like, share, or comment, I will pull a bonus angel card for you. So thank you so much. And yeah, I am going on vacation. We're going to North Carolina, to the ocean, to the mountains. And it just happened to line up that my husband picked the week that our favorite band is going to be there, both Saturdays. So we're also seeing 2 concerts of our favorite bands. So it's a little bit of a longer vacation. We're taking a road trip. So excited to be by the ocean and receive, relax, release, receive all the messages, the medicine, the downloads, the healing, and come back refreshed and excited to work more on my book and to share my medicine and energy with you. When I come home, there's several offerings that week. And yeah, so if you're not on my newsletter, go to my website, jillkempnerhealing.com. I'm always adding value there to your journey, and I would love to connect with you in that way as well. So have an amazing, beautiful day and week ahead. And I'll be back on Monday the 22nd for Oracle Monday. I love you all. Thank you. I hope this resonated. I hope it added value to your life. I'll see you soon. Namaste and love. Bye.